Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Alright, so we're doing this video on a 2020 Honda Odyssey. So basically, we are going to talk about issues with the mass airflow sensor and how you guys can try to fix it, as well as changing it up on this vehicle. So let's start with the symptoms of having a mass airflow sensor. All right, I will tell you guys this. If you guys have issues with the mass airflow sensor, most of the time it's probably like one of the easiest things you guys can replace. For such a small part that seems to be innocuous, it is the very starting point of the computer's readout for the air intake into the engine. And because of that, it is a very, very important part of how well the engine runs and how it runs in general, to be honest with you, and how it runs at all. So if you guys don't know, too much about the mechanics of an engine, it needs an equal amount of gas and air to run normally. The mass airflow sensor actually measures the amount of air going into the system so that computers can calculate how much fuel to put into the cylinders so that they fire up correctly. So if you guys have issues with the mass airflow sensor, there is a chance that you guys will get a check engine light specifically for the mass airflow sensor, but there's also a chance that you guys will not get a light for the mass airflow sensor at all, but you will get a check engine light for a bunch of other things like misfires, and a bunch of other codes relating to engine issues, random misfires. You guys will probably have crank no start issues, bad idling, crank no start issues. And if you guys know of any more, just drop a comment in the comment section. Your engine could start up, die immediately. It could run for a little bit and then die. And the reason for all this is because your car's computer can't read the amount of air that's going through the system, or it reads wrongly wrong data on the amount of air that's going through the system. So it's either putting out too much fuel or it's not putting out enough fuel. And this obviously causes your engine not to run correctly or at all. All right. So if you guys have this issue and you guys really have, if you guys don't know where to start and you guys are looking for a place to start as far as trying to fix this issue, the mass airflow sensor is, for the most part, very, very easy to get to on this vehicle, and on most vehicle it is on the main hose of the intake, and there's a plug. The plug is very, very, very easy to take off. There's two screws. Once you take the two screws off, you can essentially pop it out. Not the hardest thing in the world to do. Anybody could do it virtually. So once you take it out, there's two things you guys can do with it, okay? You guys could actually clean it, spray some mass airflow sensor solution, spray on it. Amazon, Walmart sells it, Advance Auto sells it. Any auto store pretty much sells this. And essentially, it's a very, very quick drying spray. And you definitely want it to dry off first before you pop it in, because the part that you're spraying heats up quite a bit, and it has a huge effect on how it operates. So you could do that. Or you could swap out the mass airflow sensor. For the most part, it's inexpensive. If you don't get it at one of these stores like AutoZone, Advanced Auto, any of these stores, you get on eBay and Amazon, they're like $20 to $30, sometimes 40, sometimes 50. You get at an AutoZone or any of these Advanced Auto, Pep Boys, Parts Authority, any of these auto parts stores, they're going to charge you like 140, 150, 125, somewhere around there, because they know that it has a huge effect. It could be, it could, you could either, it could affect whether you have a car to drive or you don't have a car to drive. So that's why the prices are as high as they are when you get at these stores. But if you have time to wait to get a part, then yeah, okay, get a part at from eBay and Amazon. Probably should get like an OEM part, an original part, and instead of an aftermarket part. Aside from that, I will tell you guys this. All right, now this isn't particular to this advice that I'm giving you right now isn't actually particular to this Honda, to this year's Honda, but there are vehicles, if you guys have issues with it driving or not driving at all, losing a lot of power, and you're not able to drive the car, there's a good chance you guys could unplug it, and it might actually, strangely enough, it might actually give you the ability to drive the car better. But I've only noticed this in older vehicles, like a 1995 Ford Econoline. Funny enough, I've had issues with the mass airflow sensor on that vehicle, but unplugging it actually allowed me to drive the vehicle. There was a check engine light. There were other symptoms, but it did actually allow me to drive it instead. So yeah, that bit of information, not pertinent to this particular car. In fact, in modern day vehicles, if you unplug the mass airflow sensor, your vehicle will die immediately. Anyway, that's just a bit of tidbit I just put out there for you guys are looking generally for mass airflow sensor tips on older vehicles. I've put out other vehicles on that. It doesn't have anything to do with this particular video, but I just popped it out there. Anyway, hope you guys have. If you guys have any questions, like leave a question in the comment section. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. All that good stuff. Appreciate your time. Take care, guys.